Nah, wait a minute.
Big happy Saturday to everybody, and welcome to the Faction Reloaded. Of course, I am Gerard Bonner. I have got my whole crew with me, well, almost the whole crew with me, and we're going to have a fun day. There's always plenty to get into in the world of pro wrestling. So, ladies first, of course, the one and only wrestling auntie herself, Lovely Laveau, is in the building. Lovely, how are you?
I am here, I am black, and I am back. How are y'all?
Hey, you know what? That is a fantastic combination. Like, no anything to our other melanated or non-melanated people, but I appreciate, especially in this Black Music Month, 6 days away from Juneteenth. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Councilman is in the building. Will Ferrell, how are you, sir?
My niggas, what's going on? Can't do that 100 here. Hey, say that loud crowd while she here. It's just us now. Okay.
Oh my God.
It make you feel better. It's past 30 seconds, so YouTube ain't gonna do that to you. See?
Well,
he get it.
he said what he said. Y'all see that Pan African? You see it? Don't play with me.
Wow.
We out here. We knew what it was.
He said what he said. And I stand beside him.
James White is here. James, how are you?
You know, I am more tired than Jay Cargill's wig glue.
All right.
Wow. Well, it's gonna be that kind of show. Okay. Yeah. All right. Wow.
Hey, but GB, I'm still betting on myself though. Come on now,
my man. Man. For the people who don't know, that is actually official Bonnerfide merch there. You can check out at prowrestlingtees.com/Bonnerfide. We've got 2 shirts there, and that's the original. And there's a whole story about that, but we won't get into that today. Nonetheless, it's good to see all the people, everyone joining us live, those who will join us later. We appreciate you. We're going to jump right in because we have quite a bit to talk about today. We're going to start over on Tuesday nights at NXT, which, by the way, like I was wondering, was this week just a special occasion that I missed? Or they just felt like just bringing out banger after banger this week on NXT? Like, it just, from the opening match, that tag team match, to the closing match where we crowned a brand new NXT North American champion, NXT was on fire. En route to the Great American Bash. And in case you have not heard, and I think it's obviously enough time where if this is a spoiler, then, well, so be it. We've got a new women's North American champion, that being Zaria. Let's talk about Zaria finally winning gold after what, at least a year and a half since her debut, almost 2 years. Your thoughts on Zaria as the new North American champion? Lovely.
I actually love Zaria. I enjoy her energy. I love her look. I am happy to see new faces, new stars being built that WWE regulars may not know really get that shine. It's something about her that I genuinely like really enjoy. I'm happy for it. You know, Tatum, salute. It was cute, fun time. Glad you're gone. Good luck on the main roster. I hope everything works out for you. I'm not here for your downfall, but move aside, youngin. God bless you, though.
Wow. Here's a blast from the past. My man Boza. I have not seen Boza in a good minute. Boza, good to see you. Great American Bash 2 weeks away. They had a male beauty contest. Well, they did. Yeah. I was trying to look past that part. I actually forgotten about it. I had completely forgotten about it. Thank you, Boza. So let me ask this, since we heard a slight shot fired at Tatum Paxley. What are your thoughts on the Tatum Paxley reign as North American champion? A full 94 days as North American champion. Was this a good run for Tatum Paxley? Did it help the North American Championship? What are your thoughts on that, Councilman?
Yeah. I mean, was it the greatest run? No. Was it the best run? No. But it was a good run. She defended it multiple times. She had a pretty good rivalry between Izzy Dane, Blake Monroe. The same thing with being able to put a spotlight between Lizzie Rain, actually getting people to watch Nikita Lyons, and seeing in Zaria too. So I know how we feel about certain ones, but I think Tatum is one of those, like, she hasn't won everyone over, but she does check all of the boxes. She's an NXT Women's Champion. I believe she was a Women's Tag Team Champion. I could be off on that, but she's also a North American Champion. So, like, she's done everything a superstar would need to do in NXT. Now, when she goes up, where she falls is the big question. Like, it isn't a, hey, we love her like Sol Ruka, so it's an easy transition, or it's a Javon Evans. It's going to take someone for her to link to be able to give her a chance. Otherwise, you know, she might be on main event with Jordan Grace and Julia.
Man, wow. So I do want to ask this because Boza mentions, and I was going to go here, but I want to look at his comment. He says Zaria debuted at a bad time. They had Jordan Grace, Julia, Stephanie Vicor, all at once. Is Zaria is she the result of poor timing, or did we need something to latch onto with Zaria in terms of why she has not held a championship until now? James?
I don't think she was ready until now. You know,
Okay.
She had the dynamic video entrance, and then we get into the ring, and she wasn't as dynamic, you know. And so there's time to adjust, you know, where she came from Adelaide. You don't want to directly link her to the other lady that came from Adelaide either. So we want to distinguish her as being her own. And I thought being in a tag team with Sol Ruka helped her as well. You're going to need multiple layers in the character. Let's see if you can go multiple ways. Can you work as a face? Can you get crowd behind you? And now that she's in what seems to be her element as a hard striking beast heel that, you know, you're going to have to wrestle your butt off to beat. Now you've got a character you can build off of in NXT for a while. And yes, Joseph is right, you know, to that extent. But those girls were more ready. You know, this is like, now let's teach you how to speak English, move you up to the prime time. Whereas she needed to learn how to work this particular style. So I think she's in a good time right now. Timing's perfect. There's no delay for Zaria. She's right in her element right now.
Yeah, that's not a lot. Oh, my bad.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's not a lot of people that, you know, we equate like the black and gold as the best version of NXT. There's not too many people now where you're like, hey, this person would have been great in the black and gold era. Watching Zaria hold that championship up, I was like, yo, she would have held her own with Amber Moon, with Asuka, with Rhea Ripley, no question. And I think, like you said, just being in that tag team, we now know, like, yo, that personality developed even more. Like, that girl gonna be a star. Like, she just showed us that. She showed us, like, hey, I can play whatever role you need me to play. Bet. We know you got it. Get back to what we first had you originally do. And she transitioned with ease. Shout out to Sol Ruka bouncing her head off of a table. That definitely.
Yeah.
On her way out, too. That was
on her way out.
Pretty crazy. Yeah,
what a way to go.
What a way to go. Now, speaking of Sol Ruka, it feels as though you talk about two people who are linked throughout their career. It feels very much like that could be the case for Sol Ruka and Zaria. Certainly, it seemed as though Zaria was always linked to Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka had a championship. Zaria did not. Zaria seemed like she was holding on to the coattails, or, even serving as a bodyguard at times. And now we live in a world where both Zaria and Sol Ruka are women's champions. Sol Ruka, the Intercontinental Champion, Zaria being the NXT North American Champion. Do we see at some point these two paths crossing again? And if so, what do we think that looks like? Lovely.
Absolutely. Every Shawn needs a Brett. Every Stone Cold needs a Rock, or Vince McMahon, whatever you want to call it that time. I do believe that those paths will cross. I think it's going to be a little bit different when they finally do, because I think, just like James said, Zaria's in her stride. I think she gives me a lot of Luna. I'm a huge Luna Vachon fan. And she gives me that. And she gives me that energy, not just because of the crazy makeup, because anybody can throw on some makeup, but the energy that she brings, she gives me a lot of that. And you need that kind of white meat baby face type thing to bounce off of that. So I think those are they're going to have a great, longevity rivalry that I miss in wrestling. I love when you have someone that for 10 years, no matter what your path is going to always circle back to this particular beef. Because there's people like that in my life. No matter where you go, no matter how far you stray from the path, it's always beef.
There's something on this episode today. I don't know what it is, but good grief. Wow. Okay. Yes. Confession is good for the soul. Okay.
I'm just saying, you guys told me to take care of myself. This is my way of getting it off my chest.
And we take that. We will absolutely take that. So yeah, NXT's in a really interesting space right now. Shout out again to Zaria. I do want to mention this too. Zaria is now the 9th woman to hold the North American Championship. Ironically, I mentioned Sol Ruka. She is the longest reigning women's North American champion at 189 days. Do we see a lengthy reign for Zaria? And what kind of reign do we see this being, James?
I honestly and truly do not care. I don't number the days of the North American Championship. I don't number the days of how long they have any kind of NXT championship. It's more about the moments that they create while they have them.
Okay.
So I'm not going to look at this and say she was the champ. If she's the champ for 400 days, that means she's stuck in developmental. All right. So it may not be a good sign if she has a long reign. The object is to get called up, right? That's the goal. That's why you're in NXT. No one wants to be an NXT lifer. They want to be on Raw. They want to be on SmackDown. They want to get $100,000 check. They want to get cut in 2 years. That's what they want. Okay. All right. They call their own shots, but you want to be on the big brand. All right. You're right. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Contract not renewed. Okay, there we go. So yeah, and then it's 90 days after a contract wasn't renewed. It's just, what in the slavery is this? But that's what they don't want to be. They don't want to be stuck in Orlando wrestling at NXT on Tuesdays on the CW all their life. No, you want to get called up. So if she's doing her job, her reign should be like 100 days. All right, get into some memorable feuds. Get into something with somebody, and then we can have a Gargano and Ciampa type situation. You know what I'm saying? Down there, but get called up. So if she's got a long one, there's a problem.
So let me ask this question on the heels of that comment. As soon as you said that, it reminded me of the 523-day reign of Asuka, the 400-day reign of Adam Cole. Why, or does a lengthy reign nowadays mean something different than it did in the black and gold era, Will?
Yeah, because that was the only thing that was good about wrestling WWE at the time. They were outdoing everybody. Like takeovers were way better than all of WWE PLEs put together. So during that time, it was like, those are the things, like, who is at the top of the mountain? And that's what you love to see. And none of those reigns got boring. Like when Asuka was champion, you couldn't wait to see Who's gonna dethrone Asuka? When Adam Cole was champion, the Undisputed Era story kept you entertained. And so that's why I think you were able to have longer reigns then. Now there's so much going on with WWE. Like you have 3 PLEs a month now. So it's like for NXT, you don't need to be there that long. You do need to make impactful things, just like James said. Like, look at Trick. Trick wasn't there that long. Like, it felt like Trick was there forever. Trick really wasn't there that long. And he was able to make an impact. Same thing with Stephanie's. Hers may have been more creatively structured for it to happen. And she just happened to be so good, she hit the cues that needed to be hit in order for it to go with what they thought about. But they're not supposed to be that long. If it is that long, then that means there is a problem in developmental. Prime example, Kalani Jordan. All the wrestling prowess in the world, but she still has not found that stride of personality yet that gets the audience connected with her.
I have a
Thank you for saying that.
bunch of thoughts. Go ahead. You affirmed that. Lovely. Tell me more about what you're thinking there.
I 1000% agree.
I'm going to pitch something else to you because one of the things that happened this week on NXT was that Kalani Jordan was in a #1 contenders match for the women's championship. And all of the promos and interviews and everything leading up to that said Kalani Jordan would be the #1 contender for the NXT women's championship. Instead, it's Kendall Gray who will get that shot at the Great American Bash. I'm curious, Lovely, based on what you have said and seen, why isn't Kalani Jordan, who is a former TNA Knockouts champion, world champion, why is she not the #1 contender for the NXT title?
Choose your words.
Wow.
Because I have to separate the person and the character, right? All intents and purposes, the person is fantastic, amazing person, right? In the ring, however, I don't see it. It's certain people that I don't want to be this blunt, but I have to be. Some people just aren't wrestlers to me. I think she's a star. I don't know if she's a wrestling star. I don't see.
She's a great performer. She's a good performer.
She's not a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a line of demarcation with certain wrestlers, right? She's beautiful, sweet smile. Like it's something that's missing, and I think it's the lack of personality or not knowing what her personality is. It looks like she's still trying to find who Kalani Jordan is, away from being Carmelo Hayes' fiance, away from being the cutesy flip. You know what I mean? It's something that's just not there. And as someone like myself who usually can figure out character development and figure out the way, I don't know what it is going to do for her. We've seen her heel, we've seen her super baby phase. Neither have hit. Being a TNA knockout, cool on paper, but what does that really do for her for real? It's TNA. No shade to TNA. I love a lot of y'all over there. I want y'all to do well. But honestly, it's TNA knockout. Like what happens with people's careers from there outside of Naomi? That's Trinity Fatu. Like you can't ruin that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So what did that do for her outside of a check mark?
I mean, okay. You could just dive into your whole husband's persona. Like I would not.
You'd have Becky. You'd have Black Becky and Seth.
Exactly. Like her popping up, and because she got the move sets for it. It's just like, fully dive into it.
I also think there may be something else at play. Because I think she's the type of person who may envelop more on a main roster than in NXT.
You think so?
Similar to Alexa Bliss. Like, Alexa Bliss was a cheerleader for a male tag team, in NXT. And there were multiple layers that she's shown. And now, she has more credence. I think she has more to deliver because, they're training her to be a performer. Like Will said, okay, well, that can only go so far in NXT, but she's wrestling toe-to-toe with someone who they're calling the female Kurt Angle. and is doing the same thing, and she's less of a character. Kendall Gray is less of a character than Kalani Jordan.
I don't get the hype with Kendall Gray.
That's what I'm saying.
Outside
So,
the match, though.
but Dave
Outside the
Meltzer's
match.
going crazy over her every week. They're saying she's the, you know what I'm saying? But they're wrestling even. They're wrestling
I agree.
equally. But one is getting more love, and the other one, we don't know which fits. So,
Well, James, you know, I don't want to say it.
Well, okay.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
To be fair as well, though, I didn't get the Kendall Gray hype, but I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
She's Bret Hart. When you look at her in-ring performance, she's Bret Hart. That girl can tell a story in the ring. Like, she does a great job telling the story in the ring. That's why they keep calling her the female Kurt Angle, all that stuff. It's like, oh, I see the in-ring prowess. But as soon as she get on the mic, I'm like, that's Bret Hart. And that's why you like her.
Well, if she's Bret Hart, then Kalani Jordan is Kurt Hennig then. Because there's not a difference in them wrestling wise in that ring.
Not at all.
But one is getting praised like this one, and the other one's like we can't find a way.
Well,
are we on the same page when it comes to Bret Hart that in the ring phenomenal, but outside of the ring he has the personality of a sock?
Listen, Bret Hart is the middest there was and the middest there ever will be.
Now y'all know
Honey's related somewhere.
Honey's
the excellence of midicussion. There we go.
Yeah, that is who he is. I just wish
I found my tribe of people.
I'm just saying. The mid shooter it's okay. It only was cool because Stone Cold fell asleep to it. Like, come on, man.
Listen,
man. I have been waiting to find my group of people
that
who felt
dude
this way.
Here we are.
He had the personality of a quarter.
Oh my God.
Hey man, quarter got more because it got two sides to it. So at least
wow. I get some gun with the quarter. Talk to him.
But Kendall, the only thing too is Kendall gave us one personality that is very textbook. I'm the go-getter. I'm the one in the ring. Like, you can't mess that formula up. And especially when you can wrestle. Kalani keeps going back and forth where it's just like, one day it's like it's okay, then she says something where it's just like, ugh.
Does Kalani go back and forth, or does Sean go back and forth on Kalani?
It's Kalani, because when you hear her performances, it's like
Kalani.
you can tell she can't find that cadence she needs for the audience. Like, even when she was like blaming people for her performance, like, y'all don't deserve me and stuff like that. I'm like, Kalani really go in. It'd be like, yo, you could have been like, I'm sick of Orlando. It's too much humidity and y'all suck. Like, just really go in and this, but she don't do that. It sounds like the little sister that's like, I'm tired of not being taken seriously.
Yeah, everything sounds like a tantrum. It doesn't sound believable, and that's the problem. I don't think it's Sean. I think Sean is giving her the wiggle room to figure it out, as opposed to just putting her somewhere. I think he has enough faith in her to try to figure it out, but it does often sound like a tantrum being thrown as opposed to a wrestler talking to an opponent. I 100% agree.
I'll say something that I think is interesting. I feel like Kalani Jordan was given the Trick Williams formula in the sense of, hey, she's done these things in NXT. A TNA World Title reign did wonders for Trick. Let's see if it does that for Kalani. And it hasn't done that, which then takes me to this particular point, and I'll touch this and leave it. When people talk about pro wrestling and they blame a lot on the writer, it reminds me of when you are writing music. You can write a song, put the sheet music together, and put it in front of 5 different musicians. It's not the music that's going to be good or bad. It's how the musician interprets and delivers it. So if the wrestler is unable to take this, make it their own, and make you forget that either somebody's writing it for them or that there's something else at play, if they don't have the ability to do that, that then falls on them and not the person who's handing it to them. With that said, the same night, being this past Tuesday night, we got a new #1 contender for the men's NXT championship, Naraku, who used to be and still is evil, beats Mason Rook for the #1 contendership. Here's my question. We now sit in a space where you have a former IWGP World Champion as the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. You have a viral international sensation in Mason Rook, basically his first or second match there in the #1 contender space. We have this influx of talent who seems to be a bit more experienced. Has NXT kind of hit that realm where they're getting closer to what Black and Gold looked like in terms of lots of indie stars and the like? Or have they hit the space of the perfect combination of developing superstars, new superstars, and experienced superstars? Where does this NXT currently fit with all of these new players in place? Will, I'll start with you.
When you say fit, like, do you mean like how do you mean like where, like, how does NXT fit now?
Meaning in comparison to its previous iterations. I mean, we've talked about NXT Black and Gold, where it seemed like Black and Gold was attempting to be its own third brand, and likely was. Then we had the 2.0 era, where it was like, we are developmental and developmental only. And now we're in this space where it feels like we could have a bit of a hybrid of sorts.
Yeah, I think it's more like 70-30. And I think in this one, it's more of the 70-30, the 70 being developmental and then the 30% being independent. I think we got to a point now where the independent stars help. And it helps the ones that are here because they really are hungry and want to get better and want to be able to move up, because we've seen a few of them that are straight developmental products and stuff. Because even with you mentioning Evil and Mason Rook, I could just tell you how honestly I don't care about either one of them in that match. No one's talking about that because no one cares. We're happy they're there. It's like, oh, cool. Y'all made it to WWE. It'll be dope to see y'all when y'all getting some capacity in the main roster. But y'all not tickling nobody's fancy right now. The ones that are dominating are the ones that are mostly developmental. We're worried about Kalani and Kendall Great and Lola Vice. Zaria was independent, but, I feel like most people are going to attach her to NXT way more than what they're going to attach her to an independent career. Mm-hmm. So I consider more her developmental as well. Even with Evolve, we've actually started watching Evolve more because of some of the segments we're seeing and stuff like that. So I think they're aiding in it, which is great. And I think it's great that it's an open door for folks like an Evil that has laid so much groundwork to finally find a way to come in, be like, hey, let's just make sure we get you TV ready, and then let's go ahead and move you up. But I'm noticing it's not taking away from the developmental stars, and it's making us continue to want to watch the product.
Your thoughts on that, Lovely?
I agree. I think that they are in a place where they're supposed to do exactly what Will is saying. Aid, not take away from. And that was a lot of the problem from before, when you were pulling in people who were so popular from other brands or on the indies. A lot of times it took away from the actual developmental part of it for the homegrown, in quotation, characters and wrestlers. So I'm not going to lie to y'all. I couldn't stand Evil. I hated Evil. I was a Sonata girl. I love Sonata. That's my guy. Yes. He should have been there. That's my boy. But I also understand Evil. I understand the why of Evil. So I appreciate that Evil isn't a Nakamura to where he comes in and completely overshadows. I feel like him. I'm not really in the Mason Rook. I'm not on that bandwagon yet. I think it's because he ain't got no beard. If he had a beard, maybe, but it's just something about his face. It throws me off. I can't focus. It throws me off. But I do appreciate that they're bringing in people that are not taking away from the people that have been there, from the homegrown folk, from the, all of that. Now, my person that I'm watching is, what's her name? Lizzie Ray? Is that her name?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Lizzie Ray.
Me, all my chips are in. right there. So
Right.
I don't want to compare it to Black and Gold because I feel like Black and Gold and Yellow and Black were their own entities. I feel like this particular version of NXT has a huge potential to carve its own lane and its own lane to really start pushing those homegrown stars again. Like I don't want to compare it to those two because those are so special. I like where they're going right here.
Yeah.
James, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, two things. Number one, we should never ever compare any era to Black and Gold ever again. Let's retire that. That's Apex. That's magnum opus. All right. That's not coming back. Okay. Adam Cole is not walking through that door. Okay. Johnny Gargano's not walking through that door. He's somewhere laying on a crate. All right. That's not happening again. We had it. We can go back and watch it. That's ours to keep. It's never coming back. All right. That does not mean we cannot get good wrestling and good product. Right now, NXT, the women are running it.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
The women are running it. And Sean is like, we're going to run with that. I tune in to see the women's. Yes. I'm here for the women's. Yes, yes, yes.
I've had enough of you for this.
I ain't had enough of the women's on NXT. All right. I am not here for Jackson Drake and all of them. I don't care about them boys. I don't care about this pubescent tag team that they're trying to push on us. I'm not here for no dark state with a white dude in it. I'm here.
All right.
Listen, I am here. I am here for the women's. Give me more of the women's and the NX of the T. All right. Now, with that being said, they are smart because they recognize that we got to build this men's division up. Okay. And we're not going to ruin Tony D'Angelo. We're not going to do this. So we got to make people care. We got to make them care. So we're going to build this up. Naraku, all right? Still got the mystique around him. Cool, all right? Now we show what he can do in the ring. We got to build that situation up, all right? And then we got the implosion with Saquon Sugars and Dark State. Okay, we got to care about the Mason Rook. Looks like a lesbo auntie, but at the same time.
Okay.
I did say he looked like Rosie O'Donnell's son. Like,
yeah.
If she had a kid, like,
this show? What in the world?
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Listen like his name is Pat. All right, so
he does remind you of Pat.
Wow.
And I can't get past it.
Y'all remember that Nick show, Pete and Pete? Like,
he
that's what
looks like Danny Burton. What the Danny with the red hair?
Yep, that's him. That's Pete and Pete cousin.
So there's a space for androgyny in wrestling. Listen, we grew up with Adrian Adonis. You know what I mean? So there's a space for it. You know, we had Goldust. Now we got Pat. All right.
Enough.
God.
Did I say something wrong?
Enough of you.
God. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Very, 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 very quickly, we will switch gears. My Lord. Chad Gable found himself on WWE TV this week, both Raw and SmackDown, interacting with the premier luchadors of those shows and even saving Rey Mysterio when he was unmasked on Raw. Where does Chad Gable go right now? I mean, the King of the Ring tournament is already locked in. He's not in a specific feud. Where does Chad Gable go off the heels of this great El Grande Americano match and story? Will, good Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh my God.
Because it's so funny. Because y'all got rid of Saquon Sugars. He was the dark state.
He was the darkest state.
I was like, yo, Sean heard someone talking about that Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, and he was like, I think we got something. Here. Just go with me, guys.
Ooh.
Okay,
but he's not like us. He's not like us.
They're not like us. Did I say the song right? Did I use it right?
Oh my God.
Yes. We're gonna put that together.
A minor, right? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
A minor. Well done.
Oh, you guys are funny.
Okay, so I am praying fervently for Chad Gable. All right, because WWE has shown a penchant for not continuing with people who they did not want to push. All right, so these accidental blow ups that happen, unless it turns into merch money, they don't push. All right. And we don't see Chad Gable t-shirts. We don't see El Grande Americano t-shirts. If he's not able to get into the merch game, they will kill that push. And he may be the best in-ring wrestler in the world right now, at least for this year. That dude is fire. All right. But they're not going to care. They're going to say, oh, that happened to AAA. You did what we needed you to do. Thank you very much. Here's another $100,000 and we'll put you back with Alpha Academy. And I am afraid of that. Okay. I believe we want it. We as wrestling fans want it. We want to see him get a push. I thought what they did with him respecting, for the most part, well, at least we want him to be respected and taken care of as a player. All right. At least be a heavy name in the U.S. Championship or Intercontinental Championship scene. We may not want to see him as a world heavyweight champion, but how are they going to capitalize off of this? Do they even care to do so? Or will they just say, we'll take care of you by giving you good contracts? And you can have more vacations and things of that nature, but you'll never be a Cody. You'll never be a Seth. You'll never be a Roman. You won't be that, but we'll give you more money.
Any thoughts on that, Lovely?
I'm scared to speak with James around.
Hey, honey, how are you? Honey's here.
Oh, you better rewind, honey. We've had a good time.
Boy, honey. Woo-wee. Wow.
I complimented
the thing with Chad Gable. The thing with Chad Gable is he took Shorty G, and we thought that was curtains for him, right? So he's one of those guys who you give him something, he's going to work it, right? He's very much along the lines of a Dolph Ziggler-esque person. Whatever you give him, he's going to do what he can do with it. The problem that I see is he's going to end up in catering because old boy who took over the gimmick. You got to go so far away from Americana at this point. Like you have to go so far away from El Grande, right? But do you put back American what's their team with the Creed brothers? Do you put that back together? Where does he fit on the main roster? If you're looking at all of the stars that are being flushed out, you have so many personalities. You have characters right now that the characters are superseding the matches to where you're ready for the match to be over just so they can get on the match, on the mic, so you can hear what they got to say. So we're in that kind of loop. So are we out of the quote unquote pure wrestling portion of WWE for whatever that's worth? Because it ain't too much pure wrestling over there. But for what we had, are we out of that because it is more theatrics and glitz and glamour with WWE right now? Like, where would he even fit? My personal desire, and I know that I'm just singing to the air, I would love for them to bring back 205 Live, something like that. Give me something for the small brothers again. Give me something for the cruiserweight type guys. Give me something for the pure wrestling people, because you have a lot of people there in catering, sitting, chilling, relaxing. I don't have to see Cody Rhodes every week. I don't have to see Roman every week. If I see one more damn Samoan, y'all gonna have a problem with me. Enough. I get it. I understand. I get it. But enough already. Jey Uso shouldn't have won that match.
Which I told y'all he was gonna win.
We knew that. We saw the writings on the wall. Once Trick left, I was out.
Why y'all don't believe the professor and the councilman when he telling y'all so? Like,
once Trick lost, I said, "Oh, well, this is Jey Uso."
Yeah.
Come on now.
So that's a good segue into the second half of this show, which is talking about King of the Ring. I want to start with these, what I considered bracket busters from over the weekend, particularly what happened on Raw. Javon Evans making his way into the Final Four, moving past Seth and everybody else in that match. And then last night, of course, Jey Uso getting past Finn Balor and Royce Keys and LA Knight. So we're here with the Final Four for the men and the women. Let's first talk about the men's Final Four. On the left side of the bracket, you've got Obafemi and Dominic Mysterio. On the right-hand side, you've got Javon Evans and Jey Uso. Who's winning the King of the Ring of this Final Four, James?
Well, I was wrong last week, so I don't know if I have the right to even talk about King of the Ring. All right. I fixed my big mouth to say Seth Rollins, and that did not happen. So I guess I'm the jinx. All right.
No.
So if I'm the jinx, then Jey Uso. Okay. If that's how that works.
Yeah. Okay.
You were the jinx. You picked the most logical person.
Yes.
Pick to win.
I want him out of here. Listen. Javon Evans is 22. Obafemi is 28. Dominic Mysterio is 29. Jey Uso's 40.
He's 41 now, ain't he?
41. About to be 41.
Too damn old.
Okay, which, listen, I'm 48, all right? I'm not going to be in any part of a ring, all right? This is not going to happen. And he's already been the champion. And he's already main evented SummerSlam against Roman Reigns before. And he's already blown up, he's already shown us he's got a super kick, and then that's it. All right, we don't need to go there anymore. You need, especially right now, as a company, with everything you're dealing with TKO, you need fresh blood. You need to exalt someone else. You need someone else to strap the rocket to. You need someone else to rebrand your whole thing. And he is sitting there in your lap. He is right there in the name of Obafemi. It literally makes no sense for anyone else to be king of the ring but Obafemi. It makes no sense. By the end of night 2 of SummerSlam, we're not looking at Obafemi as the new world heavyweight champion. It makes no sense whatsoever. If you're trying to do what you need to do as a company, then you put the rocket for real on them and not just test the waters a little bit. You retire Brock Lesnar night 1, and then he challenges Roman Reigns and beats him clean, knocks the Usos out of here, stares Jacob down. Jacob doesn't respond, and then he drops Roman, and you've got a new champion, and the company is buzzing one more time. Don't play with this. Don't mess this up. Don't mess up the money. Crown Obafemi.
Lovely.
While I agree with your sentiments wholeheartedly, since my pick was gone in the first damn round.
Oh, who'd you pick?
You know I've been on King Trick this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Here's my thing, right? If we're going to talk about new blood, I see Obafemi getting to the finals against Javon Evans, Brock Lesnar costing him the match, and then Javon Evans being king of the ring. And hear me out. I don't think Javon Evans would win the match when he goes to the championship match, but I do believe that Javon Evans would not hurt from a loss at a championship match. If we're going to dilute Obafemi, and because I just believe that they're going to do some messed up stuff when it comes to Oba in this King of the Ring match. I just don't see them letting him go all the way. Do I want him to go all the way? If you're going to do it, go all the way. Run through the whole Samoan dynasty if we can do that. But having something like that happen, have a Brock Lesnar interrupt the match, have Javon Evans pick up the win, surprisingly go over to have the match, and then of course he loses, but that's going to be that Jeff Hardy moment for him. You know what I mean? That loss is going to elevate as opposed to diminish him. That's how I would do it if I'm not going to do the smart thing. The smart thing is Obafemi. We all know that. I don't even want to hear Will. I don't even want to hear what he got to say.
Will?
I mean,
Go ahead,
first,
sir.
as your councilman and as Obafemi being my client, there is nothing more I would rather see at SummerSlam than the ruler standing on top of the mountain holding the World Heavyweight Championship above his head and me next to him telling you all you're welcome.
Oh, dear God.
Nothing more I want. But let's not forget where we work. Okay?
Yeah.
First of all, I'll start with Lovely. That's a very fun fantasy.
It is such a fantasy I'm in.
Yes, because
I know that I am really delusional right now. I'm aware.
A match for the TKO. Your main event: Roman Reigns, Javon Evans.
Now, my question to you is, because I do not know and I don't want to be wrong, I'm going to ask because I want to be correct. Is that winner of the match specifically going to fight Roman, or could they also fight Cody?
No, you can pick whoever you want, because if Jay wins, he's supposed to challenge Cody.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is, I'm not even thinking about Javon fighting Roman. I'm thinking about Javon fighting Cody. If he chooses Cody Rhodes, I understand. Trust me, brother. We are here more than you think we are here. But
you did better with Roman. You did better with QB1 and SummerSlam.
Yes.
Do you remember what match he was in last year?
I remember, baby. I got the receipts.
From goat to
what
rookie?
I'm saying is, if this is if I am Janet Jackson, if we're going to go that particular route, right? And we have because I just don't believe that they're going to allow Oba to do it. We all want Oba. If we don't have King Trick, I want Oba Femi to do everything. I want Oba to be champion for everything, every belt.
But here's what y'all doing though. You dipping your finger in the pot. It's not done yet. It's not done.
That's what we do as wrestling fans.
But the only way it works, and because James ain't the first person that just said this, which they may pull anyway, is if Oba do both nights. That's the only way
let them do it.
But
that's it.
If that be the case, I really feel like I don't know if they're going to do that. Mm-hmm. And then two, it's like, like them pushing that ticket with everybody else. If you think of the 4 people that are here, and you think storyline wise on a tier from 4 to 1, I'm gonna tell you who has the most highest rated of why they should win. Number 4 is definitely Javon Evans.
I get you.
Again, he just there. It's great that he in here, but I'm sorry, that's not a main eventer just yet. That's not, and I'm not talking about as I see. I'm talking about how TKO see him. They're not finna place booking out SummerSlam with Javon Evans as main event. And then there's no way Javon Evans go toe to toe with Roman Reigns on the mic. It's just that dynamic of, huh?
Let's ignore Roman. Roman don't exist right now.
Or Cody. But again, or Cody. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, like if this were going into like a Backlash, Money in the Bank, maybe a WrestleMania,
I can see that.
That's more realistic to me. But again, SummerSlam is now like their WrestleMania and their Royal Rumble. It's their biggest showcase. So that one just ain't gonna get it. Number 3 is Oba, because you have Brock. And they don't want to just yet give that to him yet, because they want to be able to sell tickets. Now, again, if it just went, but it is at the point where it's like, we may have to make Oba run 2 nights. Number 2 is the scumbag of the century. The scumbag of the century has a way better chance of being able to win King of the Ring and that's a better ticket sale. Will he win? No. But the number 1 person, as much as you can't stand it, is Jey Uso. Why? Because everybody loves Roman. Why? Because everybody loves Cody. And just like y'all said with Zaria and Sol Ruka, guess what they will always be attached to? The bloodline story. And if you think that we are not going to see a run where Jay is tribal chief, and that's not what they're trying to build up, you are insane. You are seeing every clue that shows Jay is finna turn on Roman with the rest of them people. Again, why does Jacob keep talking to Jay like he is the one in charge?
Yuck.
I will say this much, that there is very interesting precedence for Oba having big matches back to back, 24 hours apart. Remember, his match with Brock was at Clash in Italy, and the next night was his King of the Ring qualifier. They could very well pull off 2 nights. If you think about when Cody won the title, he had the tag match night 1 and then the title match night 2. This is a possibility. And I think right now, with all that's going on in the world of WWE and TKO, there are certain moments you cannot afford to mess up and miss. This is one of them. And they can kill two birds with one stone in one weekend if they pull off Oba and Brock night 1, and then they pull off the world title match night 2. So it kind of has to happen.
Well, can I ask though? Do it? Like, let me just paint this picture. Brock interferes Monday. We get Brock Oba 3 at SummerSlam. Does this deflate y'all to still want to see him as champ?
Well, here's the thing. The problem to me is it's not that we don't want to see him as champion. It is timing. If he doesn't win this title at SummerSlam, there's no event big enough, no stage big enough to do that until we get to WrestleMania, which means we've got to figure out for 6 more months what you do with Oba. Oh, and he's retired Brock. I think they have to do this in this SummerSlam weekend. James.
1998, WCW had Goldberg as the United States champion, and they recognized he was hotter than fish grease. And on a Monday Night Raw at the Georgia Dome, where they packed out the Georgia Dome on a Monday night, he went over Hulk Hogan clean, and the place went crazy, and they reset their entire company for a good year.
Not just that, but he defended the U.S. title that same night.
Same night. And dropped Hogan in the main event. Fast forward to 2002, Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam, 2002, goes over The Rock.
After winning King of the Ring.
After winning King of the Ring, and there was no rematch to that because they recognized we got one. WWE, they got one. I'm not talking about a storyline. I'm not talking about anything else. We've got a business reset. We have a once-in-a-generation guy that we can put our whole thing behind. And this is the platform to do it. This is the stage to do it. It is already set. If you take out Brock Lesnar in one night, Roman Reigns in the next night, we are here. That's printing money.
Here's where you got to remember who you're working with, right? So I think as fans, we all are on the same page. I think we all are here when it comes to what should happen with this company, right? Do we trust them to make the right choice?
I trust them to make money because that's what they want to do.
Yes, but there's money printed on both ends. There's money printed with the Jey Uso and the Roman Reigns thing just as well. Also, if you have somebody like a Obafemi in this TKO era and you have him do the back-to-back run through Brock, run through Roman, what do they do with them after?
Oh, you got a plethora of things to do after. You got money sitting there at a
James.
No. You've got a bunch to do. Not also, let me bring this up. What just happened last night with SmackDown, there are more dislikes to that King of the Ring qualifier result with Jey Uso winning than there are likes by 4 times. Let's not underestimate how sick we are of seeing that situation go over again. The last thing they want in SummerSlam Night 2 is the crowd booing and the whole thing going up in smoke because they don't like the result of it.
But you just proved the point.
They might like that
because they're trying to make Jey heel when he become Tribal Chief.
No, we're just tired of Jey. We're tired of Jey. We can yeet on a Monday night, but we're tired of Jey in that particular place. We don't want to see him in that place again because that place he blew up like 4 flat tires and did not perform at all. He can't speak for 30 seconds. We're tired of that. Let's do this and move on.
I agree. I'm sick of it. Enough of it already. However, look at the views. No matter how many dislikes they have, that still generates views. People go to shows to boo. People go and watch things to hate watch. So as much as I'm sick of Mr. Yeet, man, now Jey Usos, I love y'all, but that Yeet stuff got to go. As much as I'm sick of it, there's still enough people that love it. There's enough people who hate it that are going to watch it. The reaction that they're wanting to get from it is going to happen because they are desperately trying to get him out of the Yeet man by any means necessary. So this is going to give him some fire heat right now. I don't want to see it, but I can understand if it happened because no matter how many dislikes you get on something, they got to watch to dislike it. And that's the thing.
So here's the thing. Whoever walks out as King of the Ring will be the 25th man to hold the King of the Ring distinction, which is pretty amazing. King of the Ring dating all the way back to 1985, with the first King of the Ring being the original Rock, Don Morocco. So here's the question I want to ask. We have seen a lot of eras of King of the Ring. We've seen a number of men hold that King of the Ring distinction. Who is the greatest King of the Ring and why? Boy, this is going to be fun. Where shall I begin? Will, let's start with you, sir.
I mean, damn, man.
Come on. You got to say it. Come on.
I know I want to say it, but man.
Come on.
Come on.
Because they both from Texas, man.
Come on.
Come on, man. Talk, brother.
Can I at least do an honorable mention, man?
A1 and AB. 1A, 1B. Come on.
This the honorable mention. Stone Cold 316. Like, need I say more? But number one.
Come on.
King Booker.
Come on. Come on.
Like, there's nobody.
I will debate this with anybody. Yo, outdid Harley Race 10 times. Wow. And I will argue anyone on that.
Even greater than the Macho King.
Yes.
Even greater than the Macho King.
And that's my favorite of all time. Yep.
Bro, wow. King Booker, the only thing that King Booker didn't get that they should have gave him, and I will always be pissed that they never did it then, he should have had a run as WWE champion. That's how hard that character went. And I'm mad that they never let him be the top of their company.
I honestly believe they gave it to him to fail, and he turned it on him.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
They gave him the New Day treatment. Same thing they did with New Day.
And he turned it on. I mean, to the point that I still recognize him as King Booker. Listen, this man shaved his mustache off. He looked like Roscoe from Martin. All right? He looked like a raisinette. And he put that.
Oh, my God.
He put that
James.
A raisinette with dreads. Wow. And put that Burger King crown on.
Wow.
And embodied it. And I think, listen, that run, because the thing about Stone Cold, he had the best King of the Ring moment with the Austin 316, but we don't remember his reign as King of the Ring.
Correct.
All right. The reign of King Booker outshines everybody. That is the ultimate gold standard to live up to. And that's why we wanted to see Trick, because we thought he would be the second coming of that particular thing. But man, you can't catch lightning twice, man. That's history right there. That is special. That man took something that they wanted to boot him out of the company with, and he wanted to make the company money with it. And that's what
I think it's different. I think because I remember talking with him at a con, and I think actually Queen Charmel came up with that.
Great.
So it was like they were gonna give him King of the Ring, but it was like they weren't gonna really go nowhere with it. So she was like, "Yo, if they gonna make you that, go all the way through with it.
Do it.
Go all the way fully with
like
it. Had a crown, but like, yo, really play into it."
And she helped with it too. I mean, Queen Charmel was awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I was like, yo, shout out to a black woman who always makes sure to keep
you
right.
Hold them down.
I think it was set to fail. And she was like, well, yo, if they're going to do it, no. Like, put it on, put the crown, get the scepter, come out, act all high and mighty, everything. And you'll never see no one outdo that. Everyone is trying. King Corbin, no. Don't do it. No, sir. No, sir. None of y'all.
The backstage segments where he was breaking wrestlers, you know what I'm saying, getting them to crack. Listen, that's gold. Booker T was gold.
He took it to other companies. Like, we have to remember that.
He did.
Black Snow, baby. Let's go. This man was doing his own commentary.
Yes.
There's no greater King of the Ring than Booker T.
What's going on? Got a thrust kick. Watch him. Gonna kick Peter Williams with a thrust kick. Oh, he's a bad man.
Now, this could create some issues here, but there was only one man to win the King of the Ring tournament twice. and that would be King Bret Hart. Now, how do we not consider Bret Hart the greatest king of the ring, having won it twice? No one else did that.
Well, you have to be great at something, and if you're the middest at everything, why would we remember that?
Don't we got a Queen of the Ring coming up? I don't even care about it. You talk about Bret Hart. You didn't ruin this for me.
Wow.
I'm just saying, like, what year was that? Exactly.
Well, Bret Hart was king of the ring in 91 and 93, believe it or not.
Man, Rugrats just dropped. We ain't had time for him.
Wow.
And forget Tommy Pickles. Don't bring up Rugrats if we're going to talk about hate.
Him being king of the ring in 93, him being king of the ring in 93 brought us Jerry the King Lawler.
Okay.
That's nice.
Professor, don't do that to us. Don't put
that's
us
nice.
Don't put us in
nice
guy. Well, what about his brother Owens?
I mean,
Owens was a great king.
Yeah, but I'm just like,
but he wasn't Booker.
But people won't acknowledge the fact to say it that, you know, that man was here for a short time and did way more than Bret has ever done in his whole career.
Oof.
I have more memories of Owen than I do of Bret.
Man, Owens in a nation of domination and everything.
Yo,
I mean, this man.
He was the original proceed with caution.
Come on. Yep.
Well, that's
he
true.
was. He was.
Oh,
enough is enough.
And it's time for a change.
It's time for a change.
That's very true. Well, I'll be interested to see who
Will ain't lied today.
Wow. Who walks away as king of the ring? We do need to quickly, before we go, get into Queen of the Ring. We are down to the final four in the Queen of the Ring. And those final four happen to be on one side, Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez. On the other side, Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan. Who do we think takes Queen of the Ring? We'll start with the Queen. What do we say here?
Child, in this picking, I want Charlotte if I got to choose out of them four, but I can see it leaning towards Raquel. Now, here's my problem. Professor and Pastor, cover your ears real quick.
Nope.
Why in the hell is Liv Morgan in this damn thing? How you gonna have the prize in the tournament? What's she gonna do? Fight herself? If she win, what I can see happening is she get on the mic after she win and say, I don't have to defend my title because it's me. I'm the queen, and here comes Stephanie Vaquer. That's gonna be stupid, cheap, and ignorant. I don't want it. If you're gonna do something different, okay, give it to Raquel. Give her a shot to prove that she can do something other than just look big. Do something. Of course, I'm gonna choose Charlotte because Charlotte can't fail no matter what she does. That's my personal pick. But Olivia, sit your ass down.
It's so funny. I hear Olivia, I immediately think Pope. I'm like, oh wait,
come on,
Liv, right? Got it.
It's Olivia, please.
Got it. Wow.
But this is an unnecessary scandal. So there you go. You're welcome. It's writings on the wall with that. We discussed this last week. Will brought it up. I mean, they have Liv in here. They're going to do the Stephanie Vaquer run-in. There's only so many run-ins and interferences that you could do before they lose all kind of value. You know, let's do these head-to-heads. And, you know, but my pick was Charlotte from the beginning, and it still is. And it's even intensified more now that we know that Rhea Ripley's injured. Mm-hmm. With that injury, they're going to have to do some kind of vacation situation of the belt, possibly. And now you've got some more storyline there because they want to run that feud back, which I wouldn't mind. So I'm still picking her in that situation. We'll have Io versus Charlotte in the finals.
That's going to cook.
And then we get Charlotte to win. And now you've got somebody who already has a built-in character for Queen of the Ring anyway, because she's Queen Charlotte. She's back in good graces with the fans now. It makes more sense. You can build off of that because you still need to build in SmackDown, especially with Rhea being out. So it's Charlotte.
Well,
I have no idea who's going to win this. No idea. I hear what all of y'all are saying, but each and every single one of these women got a reason to be queen of the ring. And I'm just sitting in the TKO room as to why this is being said. And I know you're finna get mad, but it is not unrealistic to have 2 belt live at SummerSlam.
You gotta piss me off. You gotta
Because I'm gonna be honest, because let's think about it. You do not have Liv Morgan without Rhea Ripley. You do not have the Liv Morgan you have today. And I know people finna get mad at this. You do not have the Rhea you have today if it wasn't for Liv. Those two are the standing reasons why you have the ones they have today. And especially with the injury. Charlotte, same thing. That rivalry will cook. People will come to see that. If that's what gets her out to be able to heal up, it's fine. It's the best consistent laid plan. Then you have Riho versus one another. That's a run back. To have Rio and Io Sky at SummerSlam and Io goes over, then you have Raquel. Everybody is really kind of ready to see Big Mommy Cool do something, and she has 2 options. Turn on Liv and finally strip her of the title, or take it from Rhea, who's been your way longer rival, take her out of storyline and really dominate and establish yourself, so then that way my client Roxanne can win Money in the Bank and be stuck between a rock and a hard place because she don't know who to cash in on.
Well, we got all kinds of options ahead of us as we are 2 weeks away from Queen of the Ring, King of the Ring being crowned all at Night of Champions. That's going to be a crazy weekend because that weekend we have Night of Champions, we have TNA Slammiversary, we have NXT's Great American Bash, and the Forbidden Door all in that weekend. 2 weeks away. It's going to be a crazy, crazy time. But I appreciate everybody rocking with us today. Oh,
there's something else too that
we also have Ashe, The World Is Yours. All of this. What a wrestling weekend that's going to be. And that one, by the way, Ashe, The World Is Yours is going to air live free on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
On the YouTube channel.
Yes,
so,
it is.
yeah, there's going to be a lot of wrestling. AAA will be involved that weekend. There's going to be a lot of wrestling that weekend. So make sure you guys are on the lookout 2 weeks from now. But we'll have a bunch of shows between now and then. Everybody let the people know how they can find you. James.
You can find me at Excellence of Medicution on Instagram and on X as well.
Honey's gonna come after you. Councilman.
You don't have to come find me. I just want you to support the podcast I'm working on called Bittersweet, starring Bret Hart, Goldberg, and Kevin Nash. We have finally got the 3 most pettiest people in wrestling in the ring, and it's gonna be bittersweet. Just make sure
one episode.
Wow.
Just one whole long episode. Yeah. And it's entitled Hands Up. Should add your hands up.
Wow. Wow. Lovely. How can the people find you?
You can always find me at It's Lovely Laveau on all social media platforms. Also be mindful that on Juneteenth, the BRP 50 drops. Black Wrestling's yearly, this is the 8th year for the BRP 50. And if you did not watch SmackDown, Trick Williams did kind of give a nod by calling himself the leader of the new school. So you guys, please make sure as support us, support our different endeavors. Make sure you go over to Black Wrestling, support them as well. And please make sure you check out Ashe June 27th on YouTube in Charlotte, North Carolina, Bloom Studios.
And three members of Dark State. There we go.
Please, minus the dark. Just stay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of. Matter of fact, next week I am planning for us to have a conversation about the BRP 50. So be on the lookout for that. Along with a lot of other great things that are happening. Of course, you can find me at Bonnerfide. You can find us at The Faction Show. Shout out to everybody who rocked with us in the chat today and those who will check us out on the back end. We absolutely, positively appreciate you guys so much. This has been another episode of The Faction Reloaded.
Stop. Nah, wait a minute.